The internet is on fire tonight because Claressa Shields, yes, the undefeated boxing champion known as the GWOAT, just went public with a bombshell confession that no one was ready for. In a moment so raw, so shocking, and so scandalous, Claressa admitted that none other than Papoose is her baby daddy. And if that wasn't jaw-dropping enough, Remy Ma, the queen of loyalty. The woman who has stood by Papoose through prison bids, fame, and betrayal rumors has officially lost it. This isn't just messy. This isn't just drama. This is nuclear warfare inside one of hip-hop's most respected marriages. Fans are stunned. Insiders are whispering that this confession didn't just slip out. It was carefully planned. And social media is watching the empire of Remy and Pap start to crumble in real time. But here's the twist that makes it 10 times crazier. Remy Ma's reaction wasn't quiet, wasn't subtle, and wasn't behind closed doors. She flipped out publicly, unleashing the kind of rage only a betrayed queen could serve. The words, the looks, the threats, everything about it was caught. And it's nastier than anyone imagined. Stay right here because the details of Claressa's confession, the timeline of the affair, and Remy Ma's explosive retaliation will leave you speechless. And trust me, story is only beginning. To understand why Claressa Shields' bombshell admission has detonated the hip-hop world, we need to rewind the clock and peel back the layers of tension, loyalty, and hidden cracks that made this scandal not only possible, but almost inevitable. For years, Papoose and Remy Ma have been one of hip-hop's most admired couples. Their love story was painted as unshakable. A man who held down his queen while she served 6 years in prison. And a queen who emerged with her empire still intact, ready to conquer alongside him. They weren't just a couple. They were a brand, a symbol of loyalty in a culture often scarred by betrayal. Fans called them the hip-hop Obamas. They moved as one unit, finishing each other's sentences in interviews, standing side by side on red carpets, and never letting rumors split their public front for years. Their marriage was the gold standard, proof that love in the rap game could survive anything. But as with every empire, cracks always form beneath the surface. The rise of Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champion, a woman who built her reputation on ferocity inside the ring and blunt honesty outside of it. Known as the GWOAT, greatest woman of all time, Claressa is fearless, unapologetic, and unfiltered. Her rise to stardom was meteoric, and unlike other athletes, she didn't play the political game. She spoke her truth, no matter the consequences. Over the last few years, her orbit began to overlap with hip-hop circles. She attended music award shows, collaborated with rappers for walkout anthems, and was photographed in studios where whispers of collaborations blurred into whispers of something more. And somewhere in that whirlwind, her path crossed with Papoose. At first, nobody thought anything of it. Pap was a mentor type, respected as an older statesman of hip-hop. A man known for guiding younger talent with wisdom and patience. He was the kind of guy who gave out advice freely and without strings. But in hindsight, fans are now dissecting every photo, every video, every interaction, wondering if the chemistry had been there all along. The quiet rumblings before this public explosion. There were already quiet rumblings that Remy and Pap's relationship wasn't as perfect as it seemed. Last year, social media lit up with speculation after a blurry video surfaced showing Pap in a heated argument outside of a venue. Fans swore it looked like Remy storming off, Pap chasing behind her. The clip went viral, but both brushed it off as normal couple disagreements. Then came the gossip blogs. Anonymous insiders claimed Remy had been feeling boxed out of Pap's attention, accusing him of putting too much energy into his projects and not enough into their marriage. Pap never responded, but Remy's cryptic tweets, "Loyalty ain't what it used to be," only fueled speculation. Meanwhile, Claressa started popping up in surprising places. She posted Instagram stories from studios Pap was known to frequent. She dropped captions like "Surround yourself with real ones" that fans now believe were sly shots at Remy. And though no one could prove a connection, the whispers never fully disappeared. The bombshell brewing now in 2025, the whispers have exploded into a full-blown scandal. Claressa's public confession, standing tall, eyes locked on cameras. Declaring Papoose is her baby daddy wasn't just reckless, it was targeted. It shattered the image of Pap and Remy as untouchable. It dragged private pain into the public spotlight. And it instantly set off one of the most shocking betrayals hip-hop has ever seen. Because this wasn't a rumor in a blog. This wasn't a blurred video fans could debate. This was Claressa herself saying it out loud, and Remy Ma. The woman who has prided herself on loyalty, strength, and surviving betrayal before. She flipped out in a way nobody saw coming. The room fell silent when Claressa Shields opened her mouth, not in the boxing ring. Not at a press conference for her next fight, but during a candid live stream that fans assumed would be about her training schedule. Instead, she dropped a sentence so shocking, so raw, that it turned hip-hop and sports culture upside down. "I'm done hiding. The truth is, Papoose is my baby daddy." Those 8 words detonated like a bomb. The comments section exploded instantly. Fans spamming what? "No way, not Pap." While Claressa sat there stone-faced, unapologetic. She wasn't laughing, she wasn't trolling. She looked dead serious. And just like that, the myth of the perfect Papandreou empire cracked wide open. The exact confession Claressa didn't stop at the initial shocker. She leaned forward, voice low but steady. "I've been quiet long enough. People think they know the truth about who's solid and who's fake, but y'all don't know what happens behind closed doors. I'm not here to hurt nobody. I'm just speaking facts. Pap is my child's father, and I won't be silenced about it anymore." The internet couldn't process it. This was the GWOAT, a respected champion, not some clout-chasing influencer. She had no reason to lie, no desperate need for attention, and that's exactly why people believed her. Screenshots of the stream went viral in seconds. Memes popped up instantly. Pap holding a baby with boxing gloves. Remy staring daggers. Claressa in the background, grinning like a villain. But the most devastating reaction wasn't from fans. It was from Remy Ma, Remy's flip out according to insiders. Remy was at a private industry mixer when her phone started buzzing uncontrollably. At first, she ignored it, but when the news broke into the room like wildfire, Remy snapped. Eyewitnesses described the scene as terrifying. She reportedly threw her glass across the table, stood up, and yelled, "That BH is lying through." Her teeth, asterisk, but Remy didn't just rant privately. Within minutes, she went live on Instagram herself. The energy was volcanic. Her eyes were blazing, her voice sharp, and her words dripping with venom. "Claressa Shields, you want to play? With my family? You want to play with my name? Don't act like I won't pull up. Don't act like I'm the one to play with. You don't get to come for my marriage, my husband, and think I'm gonna sit quiet. Keep my man's name out your mouth before I put hands on you." The live was raw, unfiltered, and cut short when someone rumored to be Papoose himself pulled her off camera. But by then, the damage was done. Screens were flooded with clips of Remy's furious tirade. Fans weren't just watching drama, they were witnessing a queen unravel live. The first twist. Pap's silence, but here's the first shocking twist. While Claressa was confessing and Remy was flipping out, Papoose stayed silent. No denial, no angry post. No defense of Remy, nothing. And that silence spoke volumes. Fans dissected it as proof of guilt. Blogs screamed headlines like "Pap can't defend himself, is Claressa telling the truth?" And "Remy defends marriage alone while Pap stays quiet." One viral tweet summed it up. Silence is louder than denial. Pap knows what he did. The fallout now, the triangle, is toxic. Claressa doubled down, tweeting hours later. "You can't silence the truth. DNA doesn't lie. Fans immediately speculated she was hinting at a pending paternity test. A test that, if real, could end the debate once and for all. Meanwhile, Remy's allies are circling the wagons. Fat Joe allegedly called her privately, telling her not to lose control in public. But insiders say Remy is livid, not just at Claressa, but at Pap himself. One source close to her spilled, Remy feels blindsided. Whether it's true or not, the fact that Pap hasn't stood up immediately is betrayal in her eyes. She feels humiliated. Blogs are already spinning rumors of Remy storming out of their shared home. The heated arguments caught on audio of Pap begging her to calm down. None of it's confirmed. But the narrative is spreading like wildfire. The cliffhanger, but here's the real kicker. An alleged voice recording has begun circulating in private group chats, supposedly featuring Papoose on the phone with Claressa. If it leaks, it won't just validate her confession, it will prove Remy's worst nightmare in front of the entire world. The internet is already drowning in shockwaves from Claressa's confession and Remy's volcanic meltdown. But just when fans thought this couldn't get any messier, the whispers turned into a thunderclap. There was audio. Yes, you read that right. An alleged voice recording tying Claressa and Papoose together began circulating in private group chats, Discord servers, and even shady Reddit threads. At first, people thought it was fake. It's just another internet hoax to pour gasoline on a raging fire. But when this snippet leaked publicly, it didn't sound fake at all. The leaked audio clip is short, grainy, and allegedly recorded on a phone line, but the voices are crystal clear. Fans swore they could hear Papoose's familiar tone, calm but cautious, and Claressa's voice layered with both frustration and affection. One line in particular spread like wildfire. Papoose, allegedly, I can't keep this quiet forever. It's gone. Come out, Claressa. Then let it, not hiding anymore. The second those words hit social media timelines erupted. Fans clipped, looped, slowed down, and compared the voices to interviews. TikTok detectives ran side-by-side analyses of Papoose's cadence. YouTube channels uploaded breakdowns titled "The Audio That Ends Pap and Remy." And the wildest part, neither Claressa nor Papoose denied it. Fan meltdown's Twitter was a battlefield. On one side, fans of Remy were enraged, defending her as the ultimate victim of betrayal. Remy held that man down through prison, through everything, and this is how he repays her. One viral tweet read. On the other side, Claressa's supporters argued she was simply telling the truth. Why should she lie? She got nothing to gain except hate. That's how you know it's real. Instagram comments on Pap's latest post turned toxic. So this your baby mama now. Silence is guilt king. Remy deserved better than this clown. Meanwhile, Remy's page flooded with hearts, prayers, and words like "Stay strong, queen." But then came the darker side. Some fans began attacking Claressa viciously, calling her a homewrecker, accusing her of clout chasing by attaching her name to hip-hop royalty. She clapped back on Twitter. Clout? I'm the GOAT. I don't need clout. I got receipts. Industry chaos. The hip-hop industry was stunned. Bloggers, podcasters, and insiders couldn't stop talking about it. DJ Academics went live. His face lit up with glee. This is the biggest L I've ever seen Pap take. He's supposed to be Mr. Loyalty, and now look at him. This audio finna ruin him. Charlemagne the God on The Breakfast Club tried to tread lightly but couldn't hide his skepticism. Look, Pap is a good dude, but if that's really his voice on that tape, it's bad. It's real bad. It's not just for his marriage, for his entire brand. Even Fat Joe, usually the peacemaker, couldn't resist a comment. On IG Live, he shook his head and muttered, "This is sad, man." Families breaking apart, women going at each other. Over what? Over lies. Over truth. Either way, it's ugly. But the wildest reaction came from 50 Cent, who posted a meme of Papoose photoshopped into a baby stroller with the caption, "Damn, Pap, you the baby now." The trolling was brutal, and fans couldn't stop laughing, even as the situation grew darker. The shocking reveals the audio spread. A bigger revelation came to light. Insiders claimed the recording wasn't recent. It was months old, captured around the time Remy and Pap were rumored to have had a mysterious argument outside that venue last year. That meant not only was Claressa telling the truth, but Pap may have been juggling lies to Remy for nearly a year. Even worse, one anonymous source whispered that there were more recordings, full conversations between Pap and Claressa, some even referencing the child. If those tapes leak, the scandal won't just destroy Remy and Pap's marriage. It will rewrite their entire love story. And here's the kicker. Allegedly, the recordings weren't leaked by Claressa herself. Whispers say someone from her inner circle, maybe even a former friend, released the audio to bloggers for revenge. If that's true, it means Claressa's confession wasn't just brave. It may have been forced by knowing the leaks were already on their way. The internet burns now. Fans are glued to their screens, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Will the longer recordings leak? Will Pap finally speak? Will Remy walk away from her ride-or-die marriage for good? Because if the rumors are true and more tapes exist, it won't just be Claressa's word against Remy's wrath. It'll be undeniable proof that the most loyal man in hip-hop wasn't loyal after all. The fallout from Claressa's confession and the leaked audio has completely shattered the internet. It's not just gossip anymore. It's an all-out cultural war. Fans, celebrities, and the media are all clashing in real time. And the once stable image of Remy Ma and Papoose is now hanging by a thread. Fans go to Twitter spaces were popping all night, with thousands of listeners debating who to believe. Some were furious at Claressa. She knew Pap was married. She knew what she was doing. She a homewrecker, period. Others defended her fiercely. Stop blaming women for men's actions. KP is the one who stepped out. Claressa just told the truth. Instagram was no better. Every new post from Pap was instantly swarmed with snake emojis. Meanwhile, Claressa's page turned into a war zone. Half praise, half hate, all chaos. One fan even commented, "You ruined hip-hop's first couple for clout. Hope it was worth it." To which Claressa allegedly liked the reply, fueling even more drama. TikTok detectives took it to another level, dissecting every interaction between Pap, Remy, and Claressa over the last 2 years. They pulled old award show footage, zooming in on body language, claiming Pap looked too comfortable around Claressa. Another viral clip compared Pap's laugh in the leaked audio to his laugh during an interview, proving, at least in the eyes of fans, that the tape was real. Celebrities take sides. Celebs couldn't resist jumping in. Fat Joe, who has always been Remy's big brother in the game, posted a cryptic tweet. "Loyalty is everything. Without it, you're nothing." Fans immediately saw it as a shot at Pap.cardib. Meanwhile, kept it blunt. On IG Live, she said, "Man, this is why I don't let nobody play with my marriage. If Pap did this, that's dirty. But if Claressa, lying, that's even worse. Somebody about to get exposed." 50 Cent, never one to miss a messy moment, doubled down on trolling. He posted a photoshopped image of Pap standing in a boxing ring with a baby pacifier, captioned, "Pap about to take the biggest L of his career." But the most surprising reaction came from Foxy Brown, who jumped to Remy's defense, writing, "Remy is too solid to be humiliated like this. If it was me, it'd be war." That one comment sent shockwaves, because Foxy rarely speaks publicly. And fans saw it as a warning that Remy might not take this lying down. The media frenzy blogs went nuclear. Gossip sites blasted headlines like "The death of hip-hop's most loyal couple" and "Papoose exposed." Claressa claims DNA test pending. YouTube commentators pushed out hour-long videos, milking every second of leaked audio and every cryptic post. Mainstream outlets even joined in. TMZ ran a headline asking, "Did Claressa just end Remy and Pap's marriage?" Well, the Shade Room posted side-by-side videos of Claressa's confession and Remy's meltdown, racking up millions of views and igniting comment wars that spilled over into every corner of the internet. Remy's counterattack, but the biggest shock came from the whispers that Remy has receipts. Anonymous insiders claim Remy's been sitting on her own stash of evidence, screenshots, DMs, maybe even her own recordings that could flip the narrative completely. Rumor has it, Remy believes Claressa fabricated parts of her story and manipulated Pap into those conversations, making him look guilty. One blog even claimed Remy is preparing to drop a diss track aimed squarely at Claressa. A track so vicious it will remind everyone why she was once one of the most feared battle rappers alive. If that's true, this scandal isn't just staying in tabloids. It's about to spill into music, into culture, into history, and the whispers don't stop there. Supposedly, Remy's team has already contacted lawyers, not just to defend her marriage, but to possibly sue Claressa for defamation. If legal papers start flying, this scandal could move from messy IG lives to a courtroom spectacle. The divide now, the world is split. It's Claressa, the brave truth teller, exposing hip-hop's most loyal man as a fraud. Or is she a villain tearing apart a marriage for attention? And where does Pap stand in all this? Silent, cornered, guilty, or misunderstood? What was once hip-hop's most unshakable couple is now teetering on the edge of collapse. And fans aren't just watching, they're picking sides, sharpening knives, and waiting for the next bombshell. The drama was already hotter than anyone could handle. But just when it seemed like Claressa had Papoose cornered and Remy on the ropes, the tables flipped. The whispers weren't rumors anymore. Remy Ma finally struck back, the alleged receipts late at night. Screenshots began circulating from an anonymous account claiming to be connected to Remy's inner circle. The post was only up 4 minutes before it was deleted, but by then, it had already been screen-grabbed and spread everywhere. The screenshot appeared to show a direct message exchange between Claressa and a close friend. In it, Claressa allegedly admitted to exaggerating her claims to force Pap's hand. One line hit like a sledgehammer. "If I say it loud enough, he'll have no choice but to admit it. Remy will flip, and the truth will finally come out." Fans couldn't believe their eyes. Was this proof that Claressa orchestrated the entire confession as a pressure tactic? Not an outright truth, but a calculated play? Remy's silent but deadly move. Remy herself didn't confirm or deny the screenshot. Instead, she posted a chilling message to her Instagram story. "Receipts always win. Keep playing. No video. No rant. Just words. Black text on a white screen, but the energy was lethal." The cryptic post sent shockwaves. Was she sitting on more evidence? Was she preparing to humiliate Claressa publicly? Theories flew in every direction. Some fans swore Remy had access to private calls and DMIs that would expose Claressa as manipulative. Others believed she might drop something even more damaging. Proof that the alleged audio of Pap and Claressa was spliced together, edited, or completely staged. The first cracks in Claressa's story within hours. Critics began digging deeper into Claressa's confession. One fan slowed down her livestream footage, pointing out how she hesitated before saying Pap's name. Another suggested her timeline of events didn't line up, cross-referencing it with Papoose's public appearances. The doubt was creeping. And Remy's screenshot only fueled the fire. But Claressa wasn't backing down. She tweeted, "Screenshots can be faked. DNA can't. Y'all will see soon enough." That one statement sent the internet spiraling. Was she hinting at a paternity test already in motion? If so, the entire scandal could come down to one final piece of evidence. A test that would either crown her the truth teller or brand her the ultimate villain. Industry fallout. The industry, already split, began to shift. Some artists who had stayed quiet suddenly backed Remy. Lil Kim commented under one fan post, "Remy, don't lie. I'll know what this is." Meanwhile, other athletes started defending Claressa, pointing out how women in sports are constantly silenced or discredited. The divide was no longer just hip-hop versus boxing. It was culture versus culture, with the world watching a queen of rap and a queen of boxing tear each other apart in public. The final bombshell, and then came the rumor that froze fans in place. A blog claimed to have inside knowledge that the paternity test results already exist, but neither side wants to release them yet. But true? That means this entire war is building to one final art. It's a devastating reveal, because at the end of the day, screenshots, audio clips, and angry live streams won't matter. Science will. And when the truth drops, one woman will be vindicated, and the other will be annihilated in the court of public opinion, the cliffhanger. So here we are, Claressa claiming DNA will prove her right, Remy hinting at explosive receipts. That could flip the narrative. Papoose silent, his reputation hanging in the balance. The world is waiting for the next blow, a test result, a screenshot dump, or a diss track that will end careers. But one thing's for sure, when the truth finally surfaces, it won't just end this scandal. It'll redefine loyalty, betrayal, and power in hip-hop forever. And now, family, we've reached the boiling point. Claressa Shields stood tall and confessed that Papoose is her baby daddy. Remy Ma exploded in public fury. The leaked audio turned timelines upside down. And just when it looked like Claressa had control of the narrative, Remy dropped a silent bombshell of her own. Receipts, screenshots, whispers of DMs, promises of evidence that could flip the entire story. But here's the terrifying part. Both women claim they have the truth. Claressa says DNA never lies. Remy says receipts never lose. When those two forces collide, someone's empire will crumble. Will it be Claressa, exposed as a manipulator chasing clout? Or will it be Remy, forced to face the unthinkable, that the man she built her legend beside betrayed her with another queen? And through it all, Papoose remains silent. Denials. No explanations, no defenses. It's just silence. And in the court of public opinion, silence is guilt. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you think Claressa's DNA test will prove everything, once and for all? Is Remy bluffing about her receipts, or does she actually have the evidence that will bury Claressa's story? And most importantly, where does Papoose stand? Is he guilty, or is he a man trapped between two powerful women in the biggest scandal of his life? Hit like, smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, because the next update in this saga could break at any second. If Remy leaks those screenshots, if Claressa drops DNA proof, or if Papoose finally opens his mouth, the fallout will be unlike anything hip-hop has ever seen. This isn't just drama anymore. This is war, and the next revelation, it's going to be catastrophic.